Um, it's kind of been a while. I feel like I have been wanting to make a video. I don't really know what to talk about. And so much stuff has happened in my life where I don't have really the capacity to, I don't know, reflect anymore, at least verbally. Uh, you know, I don't go to my therapist anymore. So I kind of have this void of who am I going to talk to? um, So I guess I'm just talking to myself. So here's me looking at myself, having a conversation with me. Uh, so I'm here to get to know myself and figure out who I am now. Because I feel like I am not the same person as I used to be. And it feels like this version of me from before, this younger version of me, exists as an entity of itself in a memory of me, if that makes sense. If I think about it and I think about her, I have memories where I see myself in third person, where, I'm seeing my life here. Like, I don't see my own face or my body or anything other than like peripherals. But when I have memories, I always think about it in third person, where like I'm an outside observer of the situation. Like, let's say I'm talking to someone and then they're like next to me. But in my memory, I am watching myself here, like as two people talking to each other, you know? I don't know if anyone else does that. I'm trying to, I guess, imagine in first person. It isn't, but that's just how my brain works. Um, and so when I think about past versions of myself, I don't know, I just want to give her a hug. uh, and I feel like that's the only thing I feel now is sort of pity for her. And I think I want to kind of change that narrative because I think I'm comparing myself to where I am now, which is a really, really good place. And a lot of good things are happening to me, but I don't know, I started to recognize that because of all of that pain that she went through, I'm able to be here. Um, yeah, and it's really jarring. It feels like she's like my family. When you're taking care of someone and you think about someone in the past, like you just remember these qualities about them. And because of who I was in the past, I've made all of these decisions and ended up in this certain place and, finding yourself and all that stuff. Uh, I don't know. So I was thinking about this because I was meditating earlier, um, and I kind of just, let my mind go. And there was a time or there was a certain moment at the very end where I pictured myself hugging me. um, but it felt like a previous version of me and my current me, or a higher self me, and it was in third person. So I was watching myself hug myself, and I just started bawling, just started freakishly crying, like a crazy, crazy release, because it just really made me realize how, I guess, far I've come, but also the extent into where I was able to love myself. Um, the progress that I've made in order to be who I am and feel confident. Oh God. um, yeah, it's just a realization of the love I'm able to give myself now. Um, and I don't think I ever would have been able to do that before. And it was a lot of hard work. But now good things keep happening for me. I am so, so grateful for every single day. Every single day I'm like happier than the last, or at least I tell myself like, oh, I'm so happy. Even when I'm doing like, grueling work. I'm back in school, so I'm reading all the time. I have assignments due at midnight, I all that stuff, but it's stuff that I really wanted to know, the things that I love learning about. And so even on those days where I have to put in a lot of hard work and I have to, I don't know, put in all the hours for my business and think about strategies and all this stuff, and I'm just so happy to do it though. It's like not draining anymore. Um, and I think, past me would have never and ever ever seen it like this. And I've also just been really protecting my energy from things. And a couple of those things are, just people that I realize drain me. Like every time I hang out with them, there's something about it that it makes me walk away and be like, I feel kind of icky. This is like friendships, even some family members, dating, all that shit. And I'm just really able to recognize now when something and someone is good for me. And the quicker I realize that, the quicker I can say no. And every time I've said no or quit something better has always come along. I guess that's kind of my pattern. I don't know. Behavioral. So, yeah, I've quit every job that I've had. And now I'm an entrepreneur. And I can't quit because I'm hiring myself. So I kind of just put myself in a place where I force myself not to quit because I have no choice. So I have to find other things to say no to, I guess. And a lot of the good things that have come to me because I have been keeping my energy close to myself. I'm giving myself hugs. I am validating and doing things that I want to do and what I feel like doing, and I'm not doing the things that I don't want to do anymore. And some people don't have that option, but I cannot help it. I have like no tolerance for not making myself happy anymore. And there's just like certain things that I used to do. Like I think I used to put a lot of pressure on myself to text everyone back and reply to emails and get these things on time, and I just realized like there's not really a deadline. And if there is, the consequence is not going to be that bad. Like what if I don't reply to someone or I forget because I'm busy taking care of myself, what's going to happen? Like I'm still friends with them, or if they get mad at me or not want to talk to me again, then I don't see them. And that's like completely fine, and they have their lives and I have mine. And this is the way that I want to be. What else could I talk about? Should I talk about dating? I mean, it's kind of a fun subject. We are not considering any man at the moment. We are considering ourselves only. There is no tangible person, that I will ever have to think about for my plans of the future. That doesn't exist. People may exist in my life, but the thought of going out of my way to include them in my life has left the body. Who cares? If they're meant to be in my life, they'll come back and I'll find them, and they'll come back and I'll find them. It's inevitable. And that's just so freeing. Just like letting yourself happen and letting life happen. And I don't know, now I'm excited because there's so much possibility. I guess this is like not just dating, but I'm dating too. And the whole conversation about decentering men, as a woman, it feels very, very relevant to me And to women of this time, I think everyone's starting to realize that um, the mental space that another person takes up in your mind drains your energy in a way, because you're always considering them, or like thinking like, oh, they would like this, or like maybe I should give this gift to them, you know? Uh, and that takes a lot of mental effort. And I just realized how draining those types of relationships could be. I've been in like friendships where they just take from me, and I don't really realize until it's not too late, but uh, I wish that I could have protected myself earlier, or drawn like even harder boundaries before it got out of hand. Uh, some people may not like me anymore, or never did. Who cares? uh, I'm here now, and I couldn't be happier. That's all I keep saying in this video. It's just I'm so happy. There's life update. I'm happy. uh, so yeah, so I don't know. I have been going on dates. It's been it's been fun. Some good, some not. Um, it's just things that I've been doing to get to know myself a little bit more, and to figure out what feels right and what doesn't feel right. Because now I know what feels right and I know what doesn't feel right, which is crazy because I used to kind of force relationships. I would be talking to someone and they would be really good on paper, like had the checklist of things that I liked about them, but there was no chemistry. Like we would sit next to each other and I would feel nothing. I would probably feel more energized by eating a tomato than by sitting next to them. Um, and I don't even like tomatoes that much. Yeah, like, uh, but we like stood next to each other and looked good together. And they would promise me all these things and do these things for me, but I didn't even want it from them. That's like me taking their energy from them. And they may want to give it to me, but I don't need it. That's the thing. It's like I don't need it. It would be really, really nice to be with someone that wants to take care of me, and in a way that I can take care of them, and we have this push and pull of reciprocal love. Um, and that's the goal, right? Is to just feel good with somebody. Uh, and it's crazy because now I know what that feels like, to not feel good with someone and to feel good with someone. And having a relationship that I know at every single step of the way is not good for me. Just brings me a lot of shame, honestly, because I feel ashamed of myself for not quitting earlier, or not being honest with them that uh, I don't think we're compatible. I don't think it's gonna work out. Like, and I think I used to put their emotions above mine, and I think that's what like a lot of empathetic women do, or former and current people pleasers, and all that. Just like lots of anxiety and conflict avoidance. Like I just didn't want to have those hard conversations, and so I let it happen for too long, and it takes away from me. It was like me hurting myself. In Khmer, it's called tebap. So it means like you are doing thing bad to yourself. I mean, you can say tebap to anybody. Like this is you're giving you bad. Okay, I'm not explaining this very well, but I think the concept is there. And that's what I feel like. I feel like if I start to put other people above me, even my family, um, it's like me to bakyum. It means like I'm doing a disservice to myself. I'm hurting myself in a way. I'm sure there's another way to explain this, but and I don't want to hurt me anymore. There's a lot of things that I want to do for me, and hurting myself is not one of them anymore. And how do I do that? I am doing that by putting energy into things that I love, like learning and reading and catching up on the economy and painting and making jewelry and putting a business together and making nails, making myself look nice, making myself feel nice, taking care of my skin, my health, my food intake, and just being a good person and a good friend to me. And I think that's just, I don't know, so important. And it feels like so rudimentary, but it took me this long to sort of really, really, really get the concept of what that means. And a lot of practice and a lot of hard conversations and a lot of no's and a lot of like speaking up for myself, like, hey, this is wrong. You did me dirty. I'm not going to put up with that, you know? Work, friends, family, I don't have time for that. And so, I don't know. I never know how to end this. So, I'm ending this. That's all I have to say. Bye.